All right, peace to the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs, and priests of the motherfucking land. Hope you're having a great cosmic rising or great cosmic night, depending on when you catch to see this video. Video won't be too long because I mean we should already, you see the title, so we should already know what's going on with this situation here. But I recently been seeing some shit about something called the Hantavirus, right? And basically the story goes, these people were on a cruise ship. The crazy thing is we don't know where the fuck these people contracted this shit from. It's almost like the same story as fucking COVID. Excuse me. We didn't know where the fuck this disease came from. We just knew niggas was in China and they came back sick or some shit like that. I don't know. So the same thing happened with these motherfuckers that rode this cruise. They caught some shit, but here's the kicker. They didn't find out that these people had some shit until they let them off the cruise afterwards. So these people could actively... So hold on, what states? Hold on, let me Google it right now. Hold on, y'all. As I do that, I'm gonna like this wood too. Hold on. So yeah, here we go. So Hantavirus cruise live. Cruise passengers being monitored in several U.S. states as CDC prepares official guidance. From U.S. to Singapore, countries race to track hunt. So here we go, bro. Oh my God, gang. I just can't get a break, fool. Like, dude, what is going on? So the states. So I got the news article right here. Hantavirus is live. Like, this is live news right now too. I don't know why. I guess this shit is that bad. Thursday, May 7th, 2026. The latest news and updates on the Hantavirus cluster associated with the MV Hantavirus. I guess that's the name of the cruise ship. The cruise ship is on course to arrive in Spain Saturday, while health authorities trace contact cases. Okay, but it says the cruise ship is on course to arrive in Spain Saturday, while health and authorities trace contact cases from the roughly 40 people who have already disembarked. So a cluster of Hantavirus cases struck the Dutch flag cruise ship as it traveled across the southern Atlantic, stopping at a number of destinations along the way. Public health authorities' investigations are ongoing. Gaps in knowledge are expected during an unfolding investigation, and as those gaps are filled, we will update you here. Here's everything you need to know. Basically, here we go right here. Here's everything you need to know. As of May 7th, 5 confirmed and 3 suspected cases of Hantavirus infection have been associated with a cruise aboard the Dutch flag MV Hantavirus. The MV Hantavirus, which departed from Argentina on its current voyage on April 1st. 3 people have died. That's crazy work. So that bitch left April 1st. So this shit probably all over the world right now at this point. We don't know who the fuck don't came into contact, don't got dropped off here. Like, it's over with. It's over with, slime. It's over with. Get ready. COVID 2.0, y'all ready? This is what the CIA wanted to do. This is what the FBI wanted. This is what the Mossad and the Tel Aviv wanted. This is what they wanted. Because this Epstein shit is getting too out of pocket. The people are rising. I told y'all, the more we rise in consciousness, the more they're going to take from you. And now what they're going to do, they're going to biologically attack us again, say it's a virus, and be like, oh, come get these shots. We not falling for that again. You have to come up with something else, nigga. We just gonna die with this virus. Fuck it, nigga. We just got to die with this shit. And this shit, COVID wasn't even real. God damn it, that shit was just a flu. It was just a flu. The only thing is, it was a flu that was genetically modified to where you can't taste and smell shit. That was the only difference. So, who knows what the fuck this is? You see what I'm saying? Am I saying that this is not worse than COVID? No, because apparently the Hantavirus it has a 40% chance kill rate. COVID had a 1% chance kill rate. Hantavirus has a 40% chance kill rate. Now we're dealing with something in a different ball game. But it didn't recently, like I think a year or two ago, you had the bird flu starting to spread out of nowhere. People was getting, bird flu out of no fucking where. So that shit might still be moving around. Who knows? this, but we know that they need this as a way to keep everybody from rising up. They know that they need a way to instill fear in you again. Don't let this virus shit fear you, bro. It ain't nothing we can't handle as humans, bro. Just let's be honest, bro. What have we not handled as humans? Like, let's just be for real. Let's not forget the days when niggas had outbreak. Did we not forget the Black Plague? Is it I think it's called the real name for it is the bubonic plague. Did we not forget the Black Plague? That shit wiped out how many people? Let me read the rest of this shit. So it says hantavirus infections in humans are relatively uncommon, but when they do occur, they can be deadly. Most hantavirus infections in humans stem from exposure to infected rodents, or the animal's urine, poop, or saliva. So that means you got to be around some nasty shit in order to catch this virus. You got to be around. It says most hantavirus infections stem from exposure to infected. From exposure, basically humans get it from nasty ass rats that already got that virus. And the only way for you to be close to this rat is you got to be around some nasty shit. Because it says, or the animal's urine, poop, or saliva. Now, I mean, I guess if you got like animals or some shit, like a dog with you or some shit on a cruise, maybe that, you feel me? But like, if you ain't got no dog with you, how the fuck you catching this virus? I mean, the only way you should be catching it is if you're around some nasty shit. And then then the person that catch it, they start spreading it to other people. So one hantavirus, the Andes virus, is known to be able to spread between people and has been implicated in this outbreak. Authorities suspect some human-to-human spread has taken place already, bro. And it says several dozen people embarked the ship St. Helena on April 24th and are now being contacted for contract tracing. So go watch the movie Contagion. That's all this shit is just reminding me of. If you go watch the movie Contagion was all about COVID, and if this shit ends up being worse than COVID, then we know what's up. Because hold on, where's that video at where Bill Gates said there will be another virus? Hold on, I got y'all.
So far, we're not. You really think we're not? No, we're absolutely not. You mentioned a number of scary prospects. So what keeps you awake at night? You know, the chance of a natural pandemic in the next 4 years is, somewhere between 10 and 15%. And, it'd be nice to think we're actually more ready for that than we were last time, but so far we're not. You really think we're not? No, we're absolutely not. Why not? People, rather than having a consensus about, what tools are missing, are mostly still replaying the various mistakes that were made. I wouldn't say that we're as far along as you'd expect after trillions of dollars and millions of lives have been lost. So far, we're not.
So this was last year. This was an interview from last year with Bill Gates. And Bill Gates was telling her, we are not prepared. How do you know that? How do you know we're not prepared for the next? First of all, let's ask a big question. How do you know there's going to be another pandemic and the second biggest, so the first biggest question is, how do you know it's going to be another pandemic? And two, how do you know we're not prepared for it? Like, that's the thing. Shouldn't COVID have prepared us? Put us in the mindset like, okay, we need to be on top of our sciences and health shit. So that way, if something do come up again, we might already got the shit for it. You see what I'm saying? They not even doing that. Nigga telling you we not ready for it. That's basically letting you know if some shit happen again, niggas is cooked. They letting you know. Niggas is cooked. They letting you know we're not gonna do shit for you. They have the money and bro, they have the cure for cancer, HIV, AIDS, sickle cell, what else can I think of? Pneumonia, nigga. They got not cancers. They got cures for everything out there, bro. They have the money, the resources, even the AI now for this kind of shit, bro. And you mean to tell me if something was to happen, we not gonna be prepared for it? They just letting you know that if niggas if we put some shit out in the public, if we biologically attack you again, that's what they're telling you in a nice way. Basically, what they're saying is, If we biologically attack you again with another virus, y'all ass is not winning this time. Y'all ass not coming out of this. The first time we was just experimenting. This time we really trying to depopulate some shit. Because we gotta fulfill Agenda 2030, the Georgia Guidestones. Get humanity down to 500 billion by 2050. Just saying. So that's the Hantavirus. The Hantavirus. I would have choose the states. So, as of May 2026, my bad. As of May 2026, health officials in Georgia, which is where the CDC is located, the CDC is located in I think Atlanta, if I'm correct. I don't know, where's the CDC at? Headquarters. Yeah, the CDC headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia, which is very interesting to me. To all my black folks out there in Atlanta, be careful, because I think the CDC be doing experiments on y'all and shit that on the public. But yeah, health officials in Georgia, California. So Georgia, California, Arizona, Texas, and Virginia, 5 states are monitoring residents who returned from a deadly South Atlantic cruise ship that had a hantavirus outbreak. While the virus is rare in the U.S., it is endemic in the western U.S., particularly the 4 corner regions of New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, and Utah. What does endemic mean? Hold on. I never heard that word. So, endemic. Endemic describes a disease, plant, or animal that is constantly present, native, or restricted to a particular region, group, or environment. It implies a stable, predictable presence rather than a sudden, widespread outbreak. When it's consistently present within a specific. So, the hantavirus is endemic. So it's basically, it's rare in the U.S., but it's constantly seen in the west of the United States, like New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, and Utah, which is very interesting. The 4 corners where a lot of alien shit happen and niggas find skinwalkers and shit. U.S. departure from World Health Organization can hinder hantavirus response. See, I don't know, but just be ready. Or I can tell y'all. I don't know what the fuck I did with my lighter. Oh, I dropped it. But yeah, that's all I can tell y'all. Just be ready, bro. Be ready. If you're not stocked up on some water, stock up on some water. Bottled water. It don't matter about your health. Your health matter. Don't get me wrong. But when it come to diet and shit, I need to make sure I stay vegan. I need organic water and shit, nigga. That don't matter right now. Get you some bottles of water for survival, nigga. Get you make sure you have a backpack. Make sure you have some kind of weapon. It don't necessarily gotta be a gun, but if you got a gun, you definitely up one. An atlas, a compass, because just in case somehow the grid goes out magically when shit start hitting the fan. Non-perishable goods, canned goods, some canned tuna maybe, peanut butter. What else? Crackers last long as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you, but you gotta keep them whole protected though. I ain't gonna count. But really mainly canned goods and water, nigga. That's really what you just gonna be thugging off of. You can get canned fruit to those who still wanna eat their fruits. You got canned peaches, nigga. You got canned pineapples. You got canned yam, not canned yams, canned cherries and shit. You feel me? You get where I'm coming from. So just get all that in motion. You feel me? And even then, it's better to be safe than sorry. Even if shit don't happen, at least you got it. And, like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry, because let's say you get all that shit and then some shit happen in your area where you can't stay in your house. You might only have to grab a few of that shit and leave the rest behind. It's better safe than sorry, because imagine if you didn't have shit to grab and you got to move. You fried. Not only do you got to use energy, but now you're not going to have no food on you to replenish that energy. You see what I'm saying? So just have it. Just have it just to have it. First aid kit, gauze pads, band-aids, all that kind of shit. Lighters, matches, flashlight because we don't know what's coming. They're not gonna tell us. They gonna wait till shit hit the fan and then be like, oh yeah, this is going down. When really this been something they've been cooking up. This is something they've been strategically, they've been making little nudges in the actions of where they've been making little nudges in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're making small nudges that causes huge impacts in its timeline on the entire human society, bro. So, and when I say they, I'm not even talking about these elites. I'm talking about them Draco reptilians. Yeah, we in them graves, them P52, be where he's at. Now let me chill. But yeah, you see how they just hurry up and hit niggas. Now everybody finna be focused on this. Niggas is like, you see how they just fucking y'all? They fucking y'all. They fucking y'all. My bad if y'all see my leg up. I gotta scratch my foot because that motherfucker just start itching. But yeah, nigga, they fucking y'all right now, nigga. Niggas don't forgot about the we can start all the way back from 2019. Did y'all forget when niggas tried to raid Area 51? Niggas was on the internet talking about they was gonna raid Area 51. That's what started that shit right there. Niggas was already raising their consciousness because they like, bro, we really want to know what the fuck is in there. If we all got to run and die in that bitch, we will. Even though not that many people showed up, that still scared the fuck out of the government. They like, what the fuck? Why the citizens just, why everybody on the internet all of a sudden just want to go rush Area 51? And you know, they was already making warnings like, nigga, if y'all pull up, we gon' blam niggas. So, even though like only a couple hundred people showed up. It wasn't that many people, but still, they showed up just for the hell of it. Even them people, even though it wasn't 1,000, 100,000s of people, even though it was like a cool couple hundred people, maybe less than that, still, it was the fact that people still showed up that scared the fuck out of them. They like, what the fuck? And then what happened right after 2019? 2020. We already know what happened in 2020. 2021, we get the Epstein files. And then, 2022, COVID finally dying down and shit like that. But we still got extra shit going on with all the immigrants getting in here and all kind of crazy shit. The Georgia Guidestones got blew up around that time. So much shit just taking place. 2023, now you got all these, conscious, everybody on their conscious shit, this, that, and the third, crystals, blah, 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 blase, blase, blase. You feel me? We just can't forget what happened. Then, the Epstein files cooled down between 2023, 2024, then 2025 roll back around. Now them bitches get released. Some files get released. They actually get released. And, now it's causing all kind of shit, but now niggas is forgetting that because now you got the war in Iran. Now you got Ukraine, and let's not forget the Ukraine and Russia war that started back in 2023, and then Israel was dropping bombs on Gaza last year. I mean, not last year. They was dropping bombs on Gaza in like fucking 2022, 2023, and all the way into like 2024, and like it's you feel me? It's just nonstop overflow of bullshit that's overstimulating niggas, and then niggas is losing track of what they need to stay on track of. I told y'all, keep on their necks about that Epstein shit. Keep on their necks about that Epstein shit. Because when you find out what's in there, that's why they try to control the narrative with this alien shit. Yes, they letting this shit out, but they're going to still try to control the narrative on your perspective on how to perceive these beings. They're going to tell you how to perceive these beings and what they, on what they have, set up for this whole agenda. Not knowing these beings is really just what you would call demons, basically. Or what you would call, just say negative entities. They're just negative entities. They're malicious, malevolent entities, bro. That's all. They have a malicious mindset. So, when they, like I said, they try to control the narrative on that. So be careful with that, bro. Be careful with that. Because they gonna try to make these beings appear friendly and that they this and that they that when really they not. So be careful of that. Let's not forget the camps, the FEMA camps that they're still trying to roll out. Let's not forget that the ozone layer has been removed. That was the whole coronavirus. That's what that was all about. That was a code amongst them. When the sun started emitting a weird ass radiation that they never seen before, they had to alert each other across the world globally, like, hey, the sun is emitting a strange energy, and I think it's that time where we need to be ending this shit. We need to hurry up and close this shit out, because they know that the sun might potentially foil their plans. If we get hit with a Carrington event, yes, we won't have internet. I know it's gonna suck. We not gonna have internet. We gonna be back to the Stone Age. But the benefit out of that is these fuck niggas have nothing to work with. Everything that holds an electric charge, even some of that most advanced ass technology they hold in reverse engineering, even that shit ain't gonna work, because the electrical components is gonna be fried. They're gonna be fried. AI, that's all that years of work of AI gone in 1 minute from a huge solar flare from the sun. So now it's a race against the sun. That's why a lot of this shit coming faster. It seemed like the shit that's gonna go down in 2030 might go down next year. God damn it, because they roll this shit out fast. They is on psychological operation timing, nigga. Psychological operation after operation. Then they see us waking up. Now they like, God damn, not only do we got to race against the sun, now we're losing control of the people. They fucked. They fucked. They not getting out of this shit easy. And they have nowhere to go. That's why I said nobody leaving. Nobody leaving. Niggas really think these beings going in and out of the firmament. No, they not. They here. They here. Niggas really think these beings open some portals and dimensions to get... No, they can't. They have made certain cracks and ripples in space and time, but they can't create a stable portal. They don't know how. It's only one group of people who know how to create stable portals naturally without no technology. I'm gonna just say that one more time. It's only a specific group of people on the planet who know how to create portals naturally with no technology. No technology, just a raw body alone. So they can't go nowhere. That's why they like fuck. A lot of their nuclear sites are these UFOs. Now that these UFO, all this alien shit is real, I can finally say this now. This is why I say nuclear war ain't gonna go. None of that shit ain't going down. And plus, they wouldn't even use nukes on themselves anyways. They was really saving these nukes for these huge ships that's got this whole area. I'm gonna just say this specific area on the planet, because the planet is way bigger than you think. There's more than 7 continents, but I'm gonna just leave that for a different video. They have us quarantined here, bro. And there's huge ships that are pulled up where these beings they ain't got nowhere else to go. They have to turn themselves in. These beings have to turn themselves in. But they have to turn themselves in to us. Me and my people. They have to come from the surface. I'm not saying they got to turn themselves into some magical ass police space force. No. Ain't none of that. No, they got to turn themselves into nigga. We the cosmic police force, nigga. Me and my people. They got to come up out that motherfucking ground, come up to the surface, come out of these skin suits they hiding in, and reveal themselves to the people. They have to. They have no choice. It's universal law. They had their fun. They little few eons of fun. It's over with now. The test is done. That's the only time they can have their fun and do fuck shit. Other than that, once the test is over with, nigga, they gotta go back. They gotta go back to their little void, their cage of containment. And then when it's time to run the test again for new souls that's entering into the universe, that's entering into the realm, we bring them back out. So yeah, these beings, they are the ones causing all this chaos, this fear. They need you in fear. That's why they doing all this. Because they see you rising. So they're like, okay, y'all wanna keep rising? We finna fuck y'all. The only power they have is social media. I mean, yeah, biologically they can spread some shit out there too, which they did. They admitted that. But what, like I said, what haven't we stopped? Let's not forget the bubonic plague. The bubonic plague killed so many motherfuckers around the guy. I think it was only in Europe though. Hold on. From the Black Plague. That's what it was called. 20 to 50 million people in Europe. And up to 75 to 200 million deaths across Eurasia and North Africa. Damn. It wiped out 30 to 60% of Europe's total population, dramatically altering the course of European history. Some cities such as Florence, Paris, and areas in Germany lost up to 50. So like so many people, the plague caused a significant loss in the Middle East, with roughly 33% of the population lost in regions like Egypt and Syria. And this was from 1346 to 1353. So think about that. And the world population at that time was much lower. It wasn't no billions. It was like a couple 100 million, maybe 500, 200, 300 million people on the planet. So that was a lot of fucking people around the world that died. And we still here? So don't be scared of this shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck what they bring out, nigga. They can't stop the sun. The sun finna heal anything they try to put out. The sun is going to cure it. Mother Earth is going to cure it. These herbs gonna cure it. The frequency of these animals gonna cure it. Birds, bees. You feel me? Different insects. Squirrels. Certain night creatures. Frogs, crickets. Yeah, them frequencies heal you, nigga. Why you think at night niggas leave their window open during the summer night, nigga? Even you might turn the air up. You got the air. But you like, fuck it, it's cool tonight, shit. It ain't that bad. You open the window, you go to sleep, nigga. You might stay on the second, third floor or something. I would never open my window on the first floor. You crazy. Nigga not finna just come in my shit. What? If I'm on the third floor, though, and I know a nigga can't get up here, yeah, that window open, you hear the crickets, hear the frogs, nigga like, on God, nigga quit playing. So, yeah. So don't be scared of this shit. Y'all don't let these beings instill fear, because that's the biggest thing that they still have a hold on people. A lot of people, the reason why they still have fear over people is because people have a fear of what? What's the number one thing everybody on this planet fear? Well, I ain't gonna say not everybody, but what's the number one thing on this planet that 80%, 70% of the population fear? That's death. A lot of people fear death. And the main reason why people fear death is because of what? Pain. They don't want to feel whatever pain comes with whatever death they have. That's why. Everybody, a lot of people, I gonna say everybody, because some niggas ain't got shit to lose. Some niggas, it ain't even about having shit to lose. It's just some people know some people came to the acceptance that death is inevitable. This body has to be shed. You have to shed the body, bro. Even if you stay out of bullshit, let's just say you one lucky ass nigga, you stay out of bullshit, blah, 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 and you live a long ass life, you still gonna die of what? Old age. Even though we used to live way longer than this, humans used to really live up to like 900 years, nigga. If we talking the ones out the Bible, like Noah and Moses in them, nigga was living up to 900, 800 years. But I mean, on a realistic perspective, humans really supposed to live up to like 200 years, bro. At least 250 at the max. But guess what? They spraying everything, they poisoning everything, they fucking up the planet, they destroying the planet, the climate changing. Now that's shortening niggas' telomeres. That's harming the body. Now the body has to do what? It has to do more healing than it can. It has to regenerate than it. Like basically, like let's say your body has to keep healing the damage that it keeps taking. It can't heal and then just sit there and be like, okay, I heal. You feel me? No, you're constantly taking damage every day. All your cells are constantly going through something called cellular degeneration every day, which means every day you have cells in your body dying. Your body is actively dying like as you are here on this planet, but your body is also actively living and healing, creating new cells for these old cells that die off. But your body can only do that for so long because you have all your cells have something called telomeres, and your telomeres are the very ends of your chromosomes, and these are like the clock. This is like the clock of your lifespan. So however long your telomeres is, and this is how you can tell somebody got long telomeres. For example, me. Motherfuckers, I tell motherfuckers my age, they be like, how old you is? I be like, oh, I'm 26. They be like, what? You 26? You like you're 2019. 2019. But they like, you're 19 or about 20. And I be like, shit, you're not the first person that tell me that, and you won't be the last. So that means if a person out there that looks younger than what their age it says, so let's say a motherfucker 35, but they look like they 26 or they 24. That means they have very long telomeres. That means they might live a long life. That means they might stretch off well into like 110 if they don't just die from some external shit, like man-made shit, something blow up or you get shot or disease or some shit like that. Let's just say you live a long, none of that shit happen, right? Let's just throw that out the window. You would probably live up to like a good 110, 120 years if you looking that young, bro. But you really this old though. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's how you know you got long telomeres. And your diets. They say diets like red meats can cause your telomeres to lengthen. Processed foods can cause your telomeres to lengthen. But green leafy foods, nuts and grains and shit like that can lengthen and strengthen your telomeres, which means you can extend the timer on your clock. I'm going to say that one more time. You can lengthen your telomeres. You can actively lengthen your age. What you think these elites and shit be doing when they taking our blood and shit? They really taking me and my people blood because we have the longest telomeres. We're the only species on the planet with the longest telomeres. That's why we age so gracefully. We age like fine wine. Stay with me now. Stay with me. We got some long telomeres. Why do you think they drink our blood? Why do you think they take our babies out these hoods? Why you think when they got the young niggas killing themselves in the hoods, listening to this music, getting off these drugs and shit? Niggas gang banging, niggas go and kill each other in the streets. You think they ain't taking them organs and them pineal glands, little boy? You got niggas in the streets, you got kids in the streets, bro, as young as 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. You think when y'all getting the shoot out in the hood, after shit all said and done, what you think they do with them bodies? Bro, it's millions of people dying every day. I ain't never seen a new graveyard get built. I see a lot of new shit get built every day. Highways, buildings, businesses, roads, lamps. I mean, not lamps, street lights, power pole. I see a lot of new shit get built every day. I ain't never seen a cemetery get built. When have y'all ever seen a new cemetery just get built? It's a lot of people dying every day. What they doing with these bodies? Nigga, be for real. So when you niggas be dying in the hood and shit, shooting each other, what you think they doing with y'all bodies? Oh, they bury me in the ground. Not with your organs. Them bitches get taken out. They take your body to the morgue even before they cremate you. They take your body to the morgue. Nigga, they extract them organs. They embalm the body. And then boom. You either get set up for cremation or you get set up for the funeral. Your body is prepared for the funeral. But they take it all. They drain the body of the blood. I played it. It's a game called Mortuary Assistant. It's a scary ass game. But that's where I learned that shit from. It's all about being in a morgue and what you have to do with the body and shit. I'm like, damn, that's some crazy shit. I thought about it. Wait. That means every dead body they get, they're taking the organs. What are they doing with the organs? Whew. Where all the meat going? Where all this meat coming from? Once again, I ain't never seen a new cemetery get built. It is many people, millions of people dying every day. So we gotta understand and understand what's taking place here, bro. They're not telling you the ozone layer is being removed. They're not telling you the climate has drastically changed to a point where we will experience planetary weather so strong that it will cause planetary effects on the planet and potentially permanent changes to environments. That includes earthquakes as well. I mean, yeah, we already know it's crafts and beings here. We get that. But right now we need to focus on these true beings that's been causing shit, and that's them reptoids. Them niggas be underground. They gotta come up out the surface, nigga. They gotta come out to the surface. All these children that's being held where they held at have to be freed. There's some very sick things going on this planet, bro. I sleep different at night, knowing that, like, bro, there's kids that's actively, like, I get to sleep here in my bed. You got to think on how good you got it sometimes, bro. Even if you down bad, homeless right now, you sleeping on somebody's couch or you sleeping in your car, be grateful that you still got, like, you got, I know that of course we not free, you feel me? Because we know this still the matrix, you know, this still the system. But still, like, nigga, you got freedom, you got physical freedom to do shit with your own body. That's the world. You live in a world where they give you two choices, the red pill or the blue pill. They don't force you to poison yourself. I mean, yeah, they do spray chemtrails and shit in the air, but, like, you know, still, like, the food and shit, like the other shit, like food and shit like that, addictions and shit like that, like, they don't force you to do that shit. You make that choice. You see what I'm saying? Just like the niggas in the hood that be killing each other, they make that choice to kill themselves. They don't force us. They don't got to do that no more. The KKK, that's why the KKK retired. CIA, they be what? They be in the office running victory laps, nigga, popping ace bottles and shit because niggas they got us. So understand, like, and understand that this whole life that we live in is just really an illusion, bro. It's a privilege. And the true meaning of life that we supposed to be experiencing is the test, this cosmic test that's been placed here for every new soul or old soul that has to come back here, return here, help others here. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. The true meaning of life is nature. The true meaning of life is loving yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself, I love you. Man, I love myself, nigga. I be saying that shit all the time. I'm like, damn, nigga, I love myself, nigga. Ain't no way. Hey, what? You gotta tell yourself that, bro. You love yourself. Because when you love yourself, nigga, you start to love the world. You start to love others. Even the niggas hate you. Nigga, I love the haters too. Because if you ain't got no haters, that means you're not doing shit. Because you gotta niggas have to not like you. That's a part of the natural order. If you ain't got no haters, something ain't right. You might be a clone or something, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, you have to have haters. It has to be something about you that irritates people because that is the natural way of life. Positive and negative, polarity, duality, whatever you want to call the shit. But you gotta have haters, bro. So whatever it is you do, you gonna have haters. It's gonna be somebody that you don't like. You feel me? It might be something it might be their voice. It might be how they look. It might be how they stand. They posture. So that's just how life is. Well, I ain't gonna say hate, but you get what I mean. You gonna have niggas that don't really, they're like, man, I don't agree. They don't agree with it. You feel me? They don't agree with what you got going on. They might be like, oh, he ain't a bad person, but I just don't agree with that shit. Like, nah, that shit ass. Like, oh, you said that's just music, man, that shit ass. I don't agree with that. You feel me? But he a cool dude, though. He seem like a cool dude. You see what I'm saying? It's one of them type of situations. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean, so let me take that hate word back. But you get what I mean, though. But love yourself. Do that. Sit in silence more. Sit in isolation more. You don't always got to be around everybody and anybody, bro. Because not everybody energy is good to be around. You don't know who got what attached to them and who they been around and what they did, what them people got attached to them. You just got to that's what keep your energy cleansed. Now, I'm not saying are you going to be able to avoid people? Like, no, you're not, bro. Because wherever you go in the world, you're going to have to go shopping at some point. You're going to have to go here. You're going to have to go there and get this and get that. You feel me? So you're going to always bump into somebody, rub on somebody, whatever. Pass by somebody staring at you. No, that's just how life is, bro. It's all a spiritual test. I don't even want to say game. It's all a spiritual test. And the test is to master your magic before somebody master it for you. If you don't master your magic, Mr. Mystic and Mrs. Mystic, if you don't master your magic, somebody else on this plane, and we know who that is, though, them niggas, them reps, they will master your magic for you. As simple as that. So, and I'm ending this off on 11/11. I appreciate y'all. That's my time to get up off this hoe. As soon as I looked up and see that, it's time to get up off this hoe. Because I said what I need to say. I think that's enough said. You know they got this. Remember, I tell everybody, Google NSPM-07 because that's basically COINTELPRO 2.0. That's basically COINTEL 2.0. So if you see a lot of niggas out here that's speaking this truth, like me, many others, you know, that's really pushing this shit out here, you feel me? And talking about the real shit that we need to be talking about. Just know shit start taking place, nigga. That's in it. Google NSPM-07. We gotta be careful of that. That's COINTELPRO 2. We are in the civil rights again, but on steroids. Those who don't know their history doing the repeated, nigga. It's the same thing, but it's just a modern era. This is a test, bro. This is just a modern era now. We the same souls back from the 60s and 50s. Your Malcolms is here. Your Martins is here. You feel me? Your Muhammad Ali's, your Dr. Sebi's, your Nipsey's, your Tupac's. You feel me? Your Dr. Deborah Blair's. All them niggas these are returning energies. Nat Turner's, Harriet Tubman. All these are returning energies. Not Asada Shakur, but damn, who was I thinking of? Then I can't think of her name. But all these are returning souls. Rosa Parks. We returning souls, bro. We just remembering. We finally remembering now. We remembering these, but these just different bodies. And this is a more modern world now, bro. So understand what you in, bro. Remember, my brother, my sister, remember. That's all you gotta do. Remember, we here. And they starting to show their faces. You see, they starting to get more bold with this shit now, this racist shit now. You see, they just got rid of the Voting Rights Act because they don't want y'all to vote no more. They let you niggas know this is our shit. Don't get comfortable. Since y'all want to rise now, we taking shit from you. Don't be surprised they take the internet and try to blame it on a cyber attack. And oh, it was Irish. You just get ready. Let the breath carry on into the ethers to hit everybody's ears. Hit y'all in y'all dreams tonight as I'm making this video. I love y'all. Stay in tune. I'll be back with another one. Like always. One love, make universal love, y'all. I'm out. I keep track of my later. There we go.